God, coming to you with the art of towing. Good, good night, good evening, good night, my good peoples, man. And if you're joining the live, I want you to read the title, Dons and Diva. We're gonna talk. We're gonna go all the way from the Dons and Diva era, and that which was a magazine, right? And then we're gonna take that all the way to we're gonna go from Dons and Diva era, and then we're gonna go into now. We're gonna talk about a few things, right? We're gonna talk about a few things. We're gonna talk about some things, man. We're gonna talk about some things. We're gonna get street culture. We're gonna get into the street culture. Um, but we're gonna talk a little bit about the street culture. I think that it's a lot of people that's conflicted and not coming from, not understanding what I've been through. So what I want to do is I want to privy people to this life, right? And privy them to this life, right? And privy them to a few things. Those of you that don't really know where I come from and what I've been through and where I'm at, where I'm at in this life, where I'm at in this life right now, right? And why I do what I do, why, why I'm choosing to do it the way that I do it, why it's all gonna make sense. Why it's all gonna make sense. We gonna talk about a few things. We're gonna talk about a few things. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Just gonna wait for a few people to get on this. Gonna wait for a few people to come on up in this. There's a few people gonna come on up in this. We gonna we're gonna start shaking out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna shake out a little bit. We're gonna shake out. We're gonna shake out a little bit. What's up? What's up? If you're joining the live and give some clarity on a few things. Those of you who don't understand, go ahead. Allow you to introduce yourself, my brother.
Poot wind down 44, kicking the door.
Kicking in the door. Here comes the pain.
Yes, yes. Grateful day. You know, we in here,
Yes,
we
sir.
out here on a late night. Uh
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. It's now
What's up,
this
Camden? What's up?
we got the okay. What's up, Camden? What's up? What's up? Thank you for taking your time out,
What's up?
coming in the coming on here. We're gonna get into something about I don't you was you I know I came in the middle of what you was doing, but yeah, we got some things to discuss, man. We got some things going on, man. Growing up,
Yo, yo. BMW.
edits, what it do,
What's up?
what
What's
it
up?
do. Yeah, so growing up, you know, me personally, um, I've been, I've been, I checked into some of these books, these magazines, Dawn Diva, Fed magazines, a
Mm-hmm.
few other ones, right? Those are like
Mm-hmm.
the main ones, right? And I know you've been tuned in and tapped in with some of the magazines also, so the content the content that creates that they create. That's the content that they created. They created a platform that talked about street life, people who were in the streets, um, doing big things, doing numbers. If they were out free, they got free, or um, they some of them is even gone. They dead, and other people were sharing their stories. So I know that you pretty much lived through certain times. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you what do you what do you think? Do you think that Don Diva is perpetuating uh is perpetuating crime still, or is creating a narrative um to inspire other people to try to live like how these other people was living? Or do you think it's like it's healthy for the culture, it's healthy to know these people's stories, and uh you know for them to share these stories? What side of the spectrum you stand on with that?
First off, I want to say salute to Tiffany Childs, which I don't know, but I'm just aware because I used to read all the credits. I've studied that magazine, and that magazine helped me navigate through my lifetime of the time that I've endured my pain within the filthy streets of New York City and in and out of states, different states. But I want to say salute to Tiffany Childs, salute to Kevin Childs, and salute to Delson Holloway. Delson Holloway was a childhood friend of my uncle, right? He's from Delson is originally from Coney Island, Brooklyn, right? He's a partner in on that magazine, right? So just sharing some context. So first off, I want to salute them. That's first off. I believe the intentions of the magazine was to inform, right? Because it wasn't not only just stories of just dealers and things of that. It also used to give, but a lot of people just don't seek it, certain messages. So like, because they used to have just their stories, but then it'll still give you other things too about the law, certain things on people cases, and just it was an informative magazine because I did a lot. That magazine was like a just like Reasonable Doubt album, just to plug Jay-Z or whatever. Those are memories of me coming up in that filthy era, filthy lifestyle, that navigated me through. So you see me when I do research or when I'm looking at something, I'm a student first off. So I don't like I lived a lot of shit, meaning like I have family members who literally, they didn't make those magazines because of course just of circumstances of the areas where they come from, which where I come from, well, basically, which a lot of it's not been covered. Coney Island, Marlboro, Brooklyn. That's another end of Brooklyn, but it's legendary things that went on out there that I've experienced and I've visioned through my family members before I actually entered the streets. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that stuff I didn't at the magazine was like, it was like I saw this shit already. You know what I'm saying? But you like, you just listening to other people's stories and things of that nature. So as far perpetuating as time went on, I started, because like I said, I'm a student. So, and I view things differently. So like, a lot of people's stories do become salacious. And when I mean it's salacious, meaning like a lot of people just telling stories and then going on, but there's no real end game or really, well it is if you paying attention to that, but a lot of people may read or look at these things and just be engulfed, because even in the communities that we grow up in, it's a lot of people who go to work. They 9 to 5. They live a clean life, but just because they grew up in these environments, they're engulfed. Before this magazine, I mean, and they just engulfed in this lifestyle, and that thing is a mental disease. You know what I'm saying? From my perspective, it's a mental disease because, like, anything where you playing with your life, when your life is in jeopardy, it's not a game. This is real deal Holyfield. Like, this is not no game. You know what I'm saying? It's not a game. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it was like, it's borderline like perpetuating and borderline like, their intentions was to put out a great message. I said, and you hear what I'm saying? Great. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So,
So like
that's,
people are living like, so you feel like people are trying to live vicariously through them, through these characters and stuff like that.
yeah, because you got to understand, it's just like growing up, going to school. You know, certain books you could remember, I could remember, and once you constantly hearing these same names and these same figures, you start to, your mind starts to get hypnotized to these characters. You know what I mean? And then it don't help with capitalism in a society that we living in our neighborhoods, that's what we see as winning. We don't see the until it happens, and it's like, oh, this person died, but then it's like back to the same game all over again. It's a disease. It's like, oh, that's such and such and such. He's getting money. He got the car. He got the jewelry. From them day and ages. You know what I'm saying? Because I go back to like 88, 89, 87, 86. Being around my uncles and them. That was top tier. Legendary in the game and things like that. You know what I mean? You know. And then also a lot of people that is not, I ain't gonna say a lot, but there's a few people in those magazines that I came across, and not only if I didn't come across people that I, you know, dealt with, because it's 6 degrees of separation, and New York ain't that big. You know what I mean? The world ain't that big. It's small. So if you in the nose, you know what I'm saying? I'm like one phone call away from pretty much really, really, really a few of those guys that been in the magazines. If I didn't meet them across my journey, it ain't hard to make a phone call. You know what I'm saying? Really, just to say so. Like, I've been in them circles, so it's like I understand, but like, I just have a whole different perspective on all of that. You know what I'm saying? My perspective is totally different. That's why I'm on this platform coming across with my, and I'm just for people that don't understand, coming with this costume of the toe guard. I created my character. My character is a strong character that I want to get across to the youth, even if it don't even have to just be the youth. It could be one of my peers. It could be, and I just want to inspire, but from another angle, because of me reading these magazines, watching different movies, and then understanding what that'll do to you. It'll make you gravitate to that. You know what I'm saying? Because if that's what that's your program, what you're inputting, that's, you know what I'm saying, the information you're engulfing, you intrigued. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not intrigued, then nothing else. Like, a lot of people that know me, they don't know. I like museums. I like art. I like museums. I like art. I like zoos. I like poetry. I like different foods. I like different cultures. I'm not like the typical guy like most people may they do know me. Oh nah, you know. So, but I'm not gonna get into all that because that's what I'm here right now just to speak for those of them that don't want to get on this and speak. And I'm gonna speak correctly, and I'm a set the tone.
What's up? What's up? We got a few people in the building. Mike, Michael, what's going on? What's going on? Day is going great. Day is going great. Successful day. I don't know what
Mhm.
part of the world you on, but it's nighttime over here, and we into this. So with to me, Don Diva, I know like just being in jail, like that was something that that was something that we would get in, sent in, and we you know we adolescents and stuff like that, and we getting that type of stuff, so we absorbing that stuff.
All
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
all
I'm
right, all
absorbing this
right,
stuff in the
all
early
right,
2000s. You know what I'm saying?
all
Like
right.
I'm sitting on Rikers Island and reading these stories, and I'm in the lifestyle, and I'm
Yes, so
seeing them
Q.
do it.
Shout out to my big bro Q. You know what time it is. We spoke earlier. You inspired this conversation right now. You know what I mean? I got to give them a little bit because a lot of them is misconfused. They don't really understand. So I gotta, you know what I mean? I gotta give them the spill, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give it correctly and speak for those that I'm gonna do it correctly. You know what I'm saying? Because I come from good cloth, so I'm gonna do it correctly. It's not. That lifestyle is, but go ahead, though, bro. We gonna get to all that. Q, that's my big bro Q down there. You know what I'm saying? You
Shout
gonna
out
meet
to
Q.
you. Shout out, shout out. Yeah. So yeah, these are the things um that subconsciously influence us reading these tales and stories, being young, already in the lifestyle, already doing it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's
What's
almost
up,
like
Jonathan? Jonathan Pack, moderator. Yo, I see you, Jonathan. We on here. We
what's
talking about
good, John?
Yeah, we talking about the street life a little bit, John, but from a different perspective though. You know what I'm saying? You served in the service, John. Yo, enough respect for you. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's gangster. You know what I'm saying? You went to a whole nother country and went to war with you ain't have to go to war with these people. So like going to war in your own hood with like listen, I got stories, you know what I'm saying? I could but I'm good though, you know what I'm saying? Cause I don't I refuse to even do all of that.
Yeah, yeah. We it's a time for that, but we're not doing that right now. But uh what we gonna do, yeah. So like I was saying that those are the those at that time, that's what inspired us to really think that we can possibly do something more, take it to the next level, while we
Exactly.
already while we already in a situation ourselves, we already in a situation doing time, but it's still subconsciously planted in our head that we could probably still, when we get out, we could probably possibly, shift things and turn it up like that. You know what I'm saying? So does it always happen like that? Not all the time. You end up dead in jail. Um, so you're trying to live vicariously through people that you missed out on certain things, and then you trying to do that, and then you end up in a situation dead, locked up, and just not even of the world. You're not even of the world no more now. So now this is my thing as far as the magazine. Oh, what's the other guy with the dreads that was with the Don Diva?
Oh, you
Oh,
talking about
Cavario.
Cavario.
Yeah, Cavario. Um, he he legendary. People spread his stories and stuff like that. And I get these brothers. These brothers they didn't make the right. They made decisions on what was going on around them. You know what I'm saying? What was going on? So we became a victim to that also. But I think that it could be looked at also like seeing the flip side. This is what happens. You know what I'm saying? These people are doing 50 years, 30 years, uh 25 to life. Life. You know what I'm saying? And that's the flip side of it, saying like, yo, damn, I need to I ain't trying to live like this. So you could read the story like it's a movie, but at the same time understand that I ain't, like I ain't trying to do all that. I'm not trying to do 30 years. I ain't trying to do 50 years. And you could be like, nah, I ain't with that lifestyle. And maybe it's some people that probably looked at it like, I'm done with this. Or if they try to dibble and dab in it, they probably said, I ain't built for that. I ain't built for doing 50 years, 20 years, 15 years, a life, so that's the flip side of it. So like you basically, so what you saying basically, like, you know, New York is a big city, but the people that know is some people that was around in certain spots and venues and stuff like that, where you know who this is, you know who that is, you know his crew, you know they crew, you even had some females around at that time.
I'm a no. Hold that thought, because I want to answer Jonathan's question real quick. Jonathan, what's good, Jonathan? That's our moderator. So, but look, he says sometimes it seems like the streets is the only option. No disrespect. It's a hard life. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But you see, I'm gonna set the record straight, right? You see, a lot of people don't say, like, you see, you had to come up, like I said, I was privy to come up under the people that I came up under, or the person that I came up under, and people, and knowledge myself before just getting involved. So, like, it was a goal. It's a lot of rules, but I'm gonna give you this rule, and I want a lot of brothers that's on here that if they're hearing this, which they will, is because it's going to get in and get out. That's it. Look, zip emoji. I ain't going to do too much talking about nothing else. Get in and get out. Your business is your business. I'm not going to get on here and bash nobody for what they got to do. Get in and get out. And if you don't understand that, I don't know whatever else to tell you. You know what I'm saying? And then even from hearing what I'm saying right now, you'll know that it's official. Get in and get out. That's it.
Simple.
That was a golden rule. You get in the game to get what you need to get, and you get out. You know what I'm saying? That rule right there. And I'm gonna share something on this because I could share this part of it about me. That was one of the golden rules that kept me out of being in prison for over 10, 15, 20 years. Get in and get out. You get what the fuck you get out of there and you get out. Excuse my French. Get in and get out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get in and get out. You get what
Yeah.
you get. I don't care if you get 5,000, 10 to get out. Get enough to get what you need and get out. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm gonna leave it on that zip. You know what I mean? Zipper emoji. You know what I'm saying?
Zip emoji.
Cause I'm my cause by the grace of God, my life been spared many a times. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even really do it. I would never do what these dudes is doing, and that's what I really want to get at, because my perspective is totally different. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of this shit is lame shit that these dudes is doing. Like, if you want to get up on these, this guy though, let me finish with your questions, because I don't want to. I want to seem like I'm bashing or coming negatively, but it's a lot of people that they want to live off these stories and all that. Like, these stories is whack, bro. I feel a conviction. Oh, this and third. But bro, if while you ahead, you get out. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't paying attention. You was being greedy. Like, come on, let's really talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was you really out here doing? You thought about your family, you thought about your kids, you thought about yourself? Nah, come on. Like, we gotta be real with ourselves at a certain point in time. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. It's called accountability. And that's what I'm living on right now. Accountability, bro. But go ahead
Right.
though. Cause I don't wanna just go ahead though. Cause I need
Nah.
rebuttals. I don't need, oh, but it was over money. Oh, but money, and I don't want to hear none of that. And I'm open for rebuttals. I'm open for him messaging me. Let's have a conversation. We could debate. We could go back and forth. It's a lot of things that go on even right now to this day I don't like. It's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got the finger pointing, but I don't see a lot of accountability. And that's where I'm shifting this whole narrative on this thing. Not on no, I don't want to argue, go back and forth. It's just real is real, right is right, wrong is wrong. Accountability, my brother. You know
I
what I'm saying?
understand it, brother. I actually do dealing with people. I do as a mechanic in the civilian side. I know. You know, I mean, here's the thing, man. You
You
gonna make
understand what I'm? Yeah, but you want go ahead though.
you
So
gonna
I
make
could respond.
yeah. You're gonna make decisions. Like you said, it's simple. Get in, get out. You know,
Options. We all have
we
options.
got
Decisions and
options,
options.
and we gotta
Decisions.
make decisions. So, you got free will to do whatever you want. Just know there's consequences when you do this, when you do that, and it's some of them you can't fix. It could be over. You don't get a chance to. By the grace of God, we here today. We made some decisions in our life that wasn't good, but we made it through, and we, you know,
Yes,
get
sir.
now is the time where you you ain't it's no excuse. It's really no excuse now. It's so much information now. I don't think it was that much information as when I was coming up. But it's so much information now to where you know what you getting yourself into. And that's why you got a lot of these guys, and this is another thing, you got a lot of these guys telling, and they telling, and they not really of the street. They not really, they don't know the code to this stuff, and they just, oh, I'm gonna jump off the porch.
That
And
that's why the toe guard exists, because that's the option, right? And it's not about towing. It's about like everything is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But everybody see, here's the difference between, see, this is the thing, right? With the streets and streets and the sidewalks, right? Now everybody wants to be in the streets, but nobody want to be on the sidewalk, right? Excuse me.
right,
And the thing with the streets and the sidewalk is that what's wrong with what's wrong with being on the sidewalk walking your dog? What's wrong with being on the sidewalk walking with your girl? What's wrong with being on the sidewalk minding your business, going where you need to go and getting back to where you gotta go? You see what happened was when these in the 80s, because in the 70s it was different, but in the 80s, dudes started making it, because I'm gonna tell you the flip side, because they trying to flip the narrative a whole different way, and that's not what it is. Like in the 80s, dudes start trying to make shit cool. You know what I'm saying? And it went in from the 80s into the 90s and turned into a lifestyle. And then it's like it's our culture.
hmm
There's nothing cool about being in the streets, bro. A trade is cool. Trade school is cool. Electrical, plumbing, painting, woodwork. That's cool. Barbering. You know what I'm saying? Anything with a trade, coding right now, communications, telecommunications, computer work. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Skateboarding is cool. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's a whole lot of being a content creator is cool. You know what I mean? Like which nowadays a lot of people starting to realize there's many options out here, but like, it's just sickening, man. It's sickening and sad that even still, because at an all-time high, our culture, and it's our culture that made it more popularized, because it's in different cultures, but our culture glamorizes and salacious this street lifestyle of remember they made thug, like, was from us, thug. I'm a thug, like, urban communities is us,
urban
right?
community,
They
anything
put
urban is us.
stigmas. Yeah, they put stigmas on us, right? And now you got people brainwashed and delusional, thinking like this is a wake up. Oh, like they talk a certain way, they walk a certain way. Like you don't even know yourself. You want to be a part of something that is not cool. It's not. It's just not. And that's what makes me disgusted and sick. It's disgusting, bro. It's really, really disgusting, bro. And it's sickening to the point that mental health and therapy is needed. You want to listen? I could talk to you. Listen. Message me. I'll speak to you, and then you'll get a firm understanding on the difference between uh 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 uh. You'll get an understanding. Basically, that's what I'm really more so trying to say.
Yeah.
Because there's no real understanding. People wake up and just live and roam. They don't think and use their brain. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of sheeps running around here. You know what I'm saying? Like they all on sheep time. Everybody wants to just be in the mix. They don't want to just step aside and be on the sidewalk and stand out and be like, oh nah, that ain't cool. I'm not doing that. Like, especially why would you even do that if it's anything that's costing me my life and I'm not thinking about my life, that means I don't love myself. So
So hold up.
slow motion this side. You don't love yourself. If deep that like Ralph Smart say, slow motion this side. You don't love yourself if you're risking your life every day. And I said it again on another on our other thing for a piece of paper. Now, don't you know when you get in these rooms, right? You sitting in a courthouse, right? You in a box room, right? With a bunch of people dictating where your life is gonna go, right? But
Mm-hmm.
you had the choice and the decision to say where your life could go by sitting out here being free, even though we still under. But you gonna move on your own time. You ain't gotta move on nobody's time because when you get in that box in that courthouse, and then after that, you gotta listen to the fucking COs, and then you around it's a bunch of men all day. You ain't about no woman. You're around your family. You ain't around no good food. You ain't around nothing, bro.
You're around nasty work. People
Filthy,
farting around you,
filthy, filthy,
eating
filthy,
processed food every day.
filthy.
You can't watch TV when you want to. You can't do nothing. You gotta ask for phone time. You gotta ask somebody to use the phone. It's not healthy. But what I wanted to say is, um, what do you think? Like, what is a, and this is a good idea too, right? Really, like, what kind of magazine that should be available to people, not even just in jail, because that, I mean, Don Diva, a lot of people order those and get them, in jail, but it's people out here in the street that will pick it up too. So what is a magazine that you think that, or if it's out now or not, um, like, should be created? I don't even think people are reading magazines like that. I think that those are like, they're not even picking those up. Everybody's here with it. Everybody's here. You got what you got, GQ. You you got you got all this stuff that the other hip hop.
So 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 I'm about to say this to you, right? I mean, when I before the Don Diva and all that shit, I used to be intrigued with the Rob Report. And only reason why I was intrigued with the Rob Report because in Reasonable Doubt and Jay Z first album, I heard him mention that Rob Report. Back then, it was no internet, but when I heard him say that, it intrigued me to find out what the fuck was Rob Report. And I knew it was a magazine, and I went and looked for that. Fine watches, fine dining, fine all the best hotels. Like, bro, that's living life, bro.
Mhm.
I want to hear about nobody fucking shot, killed this many people, sold this much shit, went to jail, it's all over with. Come home, oh God, I want to write a book. Oh, that it's whack, bro. It's whack, bro. And not to take away from nobody's convictions or nothing what nobody went through, which you went through before, I went through before, but it's like we have to start reshaping our mind and reprogramming and any putting spilling this information out for generational for people to understand that there's actions and different things and there's people who believe that, like, for example, I don't see people get celebrated for going to college like to the level of a street dealer. I don't see
Yeah.
people who retire or retire from jobs being celebrated to that level. I don't see people who, even if somebody get a job, a family may go out, they get a dinner or something, but I'm talking about being celebrated. Oh, you got a good job, or like being celebrated. Oh, he got his business. He just opened a business. Like, well, they do celebrate businessmen, but I'm talking about to a level to whereas street culture is celebrated to a high echelon, bro. It's up here, bro. It's you know what I'm talking about? Like it's here, bro. We
Mm.
drowning in that shit at this point, bro. I mean, in our culture, not me and you, but like we drowning in our culture.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah,
The
man.
who's and the what's of nothing. You want to know the story never told? This is the story of a dealer from nothing to something back to nothing, bro. It ain't too many big meets, son. That's an anomaly, bro. Like that's an anomaly. Like you come home and everything is all good. You got this, you got that, and and I don't want to speak bad about that man. You know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be, because like you said, nowadays there's a bunch of agents running around. So like, come on, bro. Like you know how this shit go, bro.
It's very few that made it out. And you don't hear those stories because they left it out. You know what I mean? They don't.
You
You
don't hear what
know
I said? From nothing to something back to nothing.
nothing. Yeah.
Niggas come home, look. Dudes don't tell you they got good wives. They wives is fucking correction officers or nurses, or got good careers, and that's who's taking care of them. Not even they mans who they, you know what I mean? Like they you know what I'm talking about, bro. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. They got the good. Yeah. They got the women with the careers taking
All
care
right,
of them.
that's the
Like
real
in
story.
there. Yeah. But you gotta start back over when you get out. You know what I mean? You gotta you gotta re-enter society with a new game plan.
Mhm.
And that and there you should have been reading your books and studying. You know what I'm saying? Like really getting in the word. Really like however find knowledge yourself in the process, because when you get out, life is fast paced. And, it ain't slowing down for you just because you got out. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna keep going. And your wife, you can't help your wife or your girlfriend. She may be going through things. She done sat with you a whole bit,
You know,
and then you want to go.
you know what?
You want to go back out there and do the same
You know
thing.
what? I'm gonna blast dudes real quick. Even though they going I'm gonna blast some dudes real quick, right? I'm gonna show you something real quick.
Uh oh,
I
gloves off.
no. Cause look, in the eras that I grew up in, I ain't even seen mad dudes even move out the projects, bro. Niggas just had cars, money, all that shit. Niggas don't even move out the projects. To this day, dudes don't move out the projects. In the 70s, a gangster, a real American, gangster from the streets, that they was moving families out the hood, bro, and moving into those are the stories, is what I'm saying though, right? And I'm not giving them the glory on that, right? I'm not giving them the glory on that. But I'm saying it's different because even like in the Italian culture, like they pushing their kids to become cops and lawyers and that like they'll do shit, but then they'll push their family and their kids to go to do productive things. I'm not honoring them for being in this, but I'm just saying it was different.
Hmm.
Like, come on, dudes will be talking about I'm going to war. Your mom's is right there. Your mom's is in building 17, 711. You going to war with a nigga in the building up on the floor above, but your mom still live there. What are we talking about at this moment? Your mom still got to go to the supermarket. You just was just banging out at a dude. Like, come on, come
That's
on.
a dub.
Nah, it's a dub all day. It's all dub all day, all day, all day, all day. That's just only one scenario, bro. Come on,
Mm.
nowadays you got to deal with all this fake gang. Man, whatever, man. Cause dudes ain't gonna like me, man. Cause and I'll tell you one thing too. I ain't that. But I've been in jail too, but check a few times, and I ain't joined nothing, bro. That's another thing. But we gonna have that conversation on that conversation. Join nothing. It's another thing. A lot of sucker shit out here, man. Dudes don't be. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. It's this sucker shit, bro. So all this shit, that street shit is all that street shit is all sucker shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all sucker shit, bro. And all that shit is even myself, bro. Cause you know a follower is a follower. Setting the tone and setting the tone, going to different. You know, if you got the willpower and the mental capacity to come up in them environments and to do things differently versus to all what you see in front of you, I feel like that's the win-win. You ain't got to have all the money in the world. You ain't got to have all of this and all that. But to me, that's the win-win because you ain't conform to what's going on around you and in front of you. You know what I'm saying? To me. So like I said, my perspective is always gonna be different. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be different. I'm not saluting no street life. Like street life is fucking whack. That shit is dead. It's a death culture. And I'm not saluting none of that shit, bro. Motherfuckers don't want to talk to me. That's why I don't talk to too many people because our perspectives is totally different. Shit is whack. You know what I want to tell some dudes, right? Right? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. Like, let's just say because it's a yin and a yang, right? You listening?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I'm cool with putting on
Okay,
some
okay,
box.
go ahead, check 'em.
I'm I'm cool with putting on some boxing gloves and getting in the ring.
Oh, that ain't going on no
No,
more.
no, no, no.
That
But
ain't
look, no,
happening.
no. But look, I'm cool with putting on some boxing gloves because guess what? These work very well still to this day. But I'm just saying. No, but I'm just saying though. Like I'm just saying though. Like and they ain't being egotistic and all this and all that. But it's like, you know what I mean? Like that shit is whack, bro. Like we gotta just find better solutions. We gotta do better with each other. We gotta uplift each other. We gotta love each other. We gotta show each other happiness, peace. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta start being one of the people. You know what I mean? We gotta start showing each other love for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Not backdooring each other over a dollar bill and backdooring each other
Yeah.
over a broad, over a female, backdooring each other over jealousy, backdooring each other.
Jealousy, envy,
Yeah, hate. Come on, that's what I'm talking about.
got hate in their blood.
That's what I'm talking about.
They sit up underneath you and just straight up backdoor you. Is waiting for you to fall.
Basically,
Waiting for you to fall. So that's what keep us stuck. Just keep us stuck. It's a perpetual state of going nowhere. Not going nowhere fast. Niggas out here, niggas got smoke, and then it's the first thing dudes gonna go to is the things, and then it go there, then somebody lose out, somebody get done off, and it's a whole cycle. Now the person who got done off, they got kids. They kids don't, they kids go and live the same lifestyle they dad lived, and like it's just a cycle. It's just a cycle. It's ongoing cycle.
nasty. Remember, we don't use nasty. That shit filthy.
That shit filthy work. That's filthy work, bro. That's filthy. It's filthy, man.
Yo, none of my children are. So it'd be different because somebody will talk about that. That's real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
yo, my man. Oh, I killed. Listen, bro. You know what? You need to get a. See, I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all need to do. This is what y'all do when you get off this line. Figure out how to get a nice sit check, like to do a nice sit check. So when the police pull you over, right? They ask for your license because what they do is they run you through a nice sit system. And the nice sit, well, in New York is a nice system, but still don't even matter. Even when you're on the interstates, they run your license through. They do a thorough check to check what you've been arrested for, not only with your convictions. So like if do a nice check on me. Nigga, do a nice check on me. That's why I don't talk about look. That's why I don't talk about do a nicer check. You know what I'm saying? Get a computer, and do a nicer check. You ain't gonna be able to Google me. Do a nicer check. This is why. This is why. Yo, about it, man. Yo. I love God. God is in my heart. Not a church guy, whatever. But I made it through some storms, man. Bounds and leaks, man. And I'm just here to just put out a good word, man. And this is all just my conviction, cause guess what? I'm not afraid of death. I don't even speak that because I got so much living to do. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now because it's all about living life. You know what I'm saying? Life is beautiful. Life is abundant. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna spread this beautiful message. We're gonna stand on what we're gonna stand on, which is business. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna get to some business because you know what I'm saying. The business is gonna be the business. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be prosperous. Excuse me. I just excuse me. I chose to make a conscious decision with my brother right here, and I chose when I chose to make a conscious decision.
F the game. Don't let the game F you. Jonathan said that.
Jonathan, oh, the game. Don't let the game f you. Of course, of course. That's why we got to make better options and better decisions. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, if a lot of knew better, they would do better. You know what I'm saying? I'm not opposing anybody to what they got to do because we living in a capitalism world. But if you never heard this before, get in and get out. And look, zipper emoji. You know what I'm saying? Like get in and get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
Zipper
And fa-
emoji.
and for this era, as fast as you can because this is a whole different. This era, like
It's easy to get
get
indictments now. It's easy to get indictments. They
shit,
just put this
camera.
phone up. They just put this camera up. I remember back in the 90s they said, "Yo, they gonna be able to see everything you do." That shit always stuck with me. Like they gonna be able to see everything you do. I remember I was a kid. I used to hear that. They said they gonna know everything you do. Watch in 10, 15 years, and they weren't lying.
Mm-hmm.
They got
Nah,
they found the way.
that's a
They
fact.
found the way.
So, so I think we gave them enough. Because my battery died, and then not only that, I think we should be starting to conclude. Even though we could go longer, because you got stories, I got stories for days, but that's not what we really here for. So, in conclusion, I want you to give a conclusion, and then if you have a great final question for me, as um you being my brother, and I don't little brother you. You know what I'm saying? Even though you my, cause your mentality. So I take you as, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I never been one to little bro nobody, son nobody. Nah,
Hmm.
you evolved, and I love that. I love that about you. That's why I do this with you because we you actually make me stronger. You know what I'm saying? So like I appreciate you and your time. In conclusion, if you have one strong question for me that that I can answer to put a valuable message out there, let me get that right now.
Okay. So, oh yeah, really, also really pertaining to this. Do you? Hold on, let me let this thing go by here.
I think look, I think
Yeah, it's just. But yeah, yeah. So like, what do you think? Like a person, say a person right now, because we shared like the stories of a person. It could have been any of us. So a person that um came home, they did 25 years, 30 years right now. What is something, because they may be listening right now, they may be, or they get this later on, a week from now or whatever. what would you tell? What would be the steps that you know that they need to do to not get back into that life or into a lifestyle where it landed them 25, 30 years? What are some things that you would recommend to release back into the society after doing 20 to 25 years? What is something that you would recommend and sort of guide them on what it is? Say they went in when they was 18 years old and now 25 years done passed now, so now they adult, grown adult. What are some things that you would recommend that? Because somebody's probably gonna come and see this and they probably did that time.
First off, I know your workout, network with people that's doing, better than you, or just where you think you see yourself going. Like, place yourself in them type of places, and then I would just even deal with none of that, because like you need separation. You just need to stay focused. Like, you just was in a box. You wasn't able to deal with none of these people. Box yourself in the house, and focus on being focused. You know what I'm saying? Focus on being focused. You know what I'm saying? And set your own self up with a program. Like, this is what I'm gonna do day to day. But I know I'm not going to do that. I don't want to be around this person. Like, if you're, because like the thing is too is about productivity. So like, if you ain't gonna do it for yourself, which well you should, let me not say that. You should be doing it for yourself, but like, and you have to do it for yourself.
Hmm.
But like, if you're not getting a positive,
Uh, uh, damn, trying to. I think they getting lost right now. Starting to freeze up on us.
you need you just need to stick to your structure. You have to doing things that where you see yourself wanting to go, or just place yourself where you want to go. Just keep dreaming, visioning, and setting yourself with a plan to do those things. And they definitely are materialized. Don't expect nothing overnight. Just put the work in. That's all. And definitely get there.
Mm.
But I say stay steadfast from your environment. Even if you gotta go back to that environment, stay in the house, come out, go to the gym, go to the library, just go get around people that's doing something productive. Don't sit in the same communities and just start, because then you're gonna fall in the same barrel like crabs. So like it's just like you gotta be focused, bro. You gotta be focused. You know what I'm saying? And if you're
You
not,
already should have a game plan on your exit anyway. You should have something, a strategy on what it is that you're gonna do.
basically, pretty
Regardless,
much,
you need to
basically,
you already should be having a plan and a strategy, strategic. Yo, you're gonna need money, so you gotta make sure you doing that. Or get your mental right. Get your mental right before you get out there in the work field. You get some time to yourself a little bit uh, outside, enjoy being free for a minute, for like a while, but then get on top of what you gotta get on top of. Don't get too comfortable because you got your girlfriend there, and she taking care of all the bills. She gonna need your help because these times are different now. These we not we this is these are different times. So she not going, she gonna need your help, especially if she was still pulling through for you all them years. So it's not it's hard out here. So yeah, you definitely need to have a plan. You need to have it written out, and whatever, go get it. It's a skill. It's trades out here. It's a whole bunch of different things that you can get
Thank
yourself
you.
into
Free
to not go
programs, a
back.
lot of free programs, a lot of
Free
free programs.
programs, and they gonna give them to you because you've been gone so long, and they know you need it, right? So utilize all these programs before it ain't no more to be utilized. That's what I would say, and then go for it, man. Because if you keep yourself productive, then you're not gonna go back out. You're not gonna be running around in the street. You ain't got no time to be around them dudes no more. If you gotta go back to your old neighborhood, you ain't got no time to be in the. You got a family or whatever like that. You gotta be home. You gotta be working on your goals. You gotta be networking with the right people. Get yourself around people that's doing great. Nah, you ain't got no time for the hood boogers. You know what I'm saying? Don't even mess around with all these chicks. And if you did all that time, don't even, because that'll distract you. That'll keep you on the low level and make you want to crash out because you feel like, oh damn, these chicks don't want to talk to me because I ain't got no money. Let that fuel you to actually go and do something with your life. Then, if that's the case, but don't crash out because until it be like, you can't do nothing for me. You can't get this for me. You can't get my nails done. You can't take me out for steak and lobster. Don't feel bad about that. Focus on you. Focus on you. When you focus on you, put God first, everything else come together. And she got first of all, she got to like you. She got to like you first, right? She don't like you, she
Yeah,
want to use you, then that's not the right girl. Keep it moving.
yeah.
Focus on
Ja-
you. And
Yo,
then
yo,
everything else will come around. That's
like
a whole
Jonathan,
nother story, right?
like Jonathan said, the moderator, right? To add on what you saying, F the game, don't let the game F you.
Nah, cause
Yo,
niggas
with
finna
that,
get in the
with
game.
yo,
Niggas want to go
yo,
back to hustling because chicks don't like them no more because they ain't making the money. They ain't making the money that they used to make. So
yeah,
now
yeah,
nigga feel
yeah, yeah, yeah. Guess
insecure
what?
and
Guess
he
what?
feel
Guess
like
what? Guess what? Guess what? Listen, my kids run up and down the stairs all day, telling Daddy, I love you. Oh, hugs, kisses, hugs, prayers at dinner, prayers at breakfast. Listen, man, I'm living the dream, bro. I ain't listen, man. I'm happy, bro. That's happiness to me, bro. It ain't. I don't need all the money in the world, like. So yeah, I'm chilling, bro. I'm good. I'm great actually. You know what I'm saying?
right. We good. We good. We in there. Man, we gonna conclude this. I'm pretty much done on my end.
Same.
If you got any last words or whatever, that's it. But I'm pretty much, bro.
I
This was a
answered
great
things.
live.
Yeah, it was a
We
great
over we
live.
over the limit.
Listen, I want y'all to go over and subscribe to my brother's channel. We trying to get we working on getting these. We not trying, we working. We gonna continue to work. Get these subscribers up at Hoop Wind Down 44. Y'all gonna see his tag in this I'm about to put his tag up in the description. Also I want y'all to go over to if you're in the DMV area, um, if you're in New York City, Pennsylvania, Allentown, probably or Harrisburg. If you're in DMV area, you need a vehicle, you're looking for a good used vehicle. Get at me on get at me on a good quality used vehicle. Get at me on Togard 312 on Instagram. Message me. I'll get back to you. All official serious inquiries only. All official business. Um, if you need roadside assistance, I don't do repossessions. Um, get at me at Togard 312. That's my Instagram. You can also message me in here. The art of towing. The art of towing is inspired by trade. It's inspired by going through the struggle. It's inspired by living that hard life, living, you know what I mean? But also coming from a good cloth and understanding that the realities and the truth about life. You know what I mean? So also giving you could catch me on my shorts giving out good motivational speakers. Um, you could grab a good book, educate your mind, get some good fruit, watch your diet, get you some sea moss, get you some other you could go over to Hoop Wind Down 44. He got tons of whatever you need. If not, he could get it to you. Go over and get him on give him your Instagram too.
Yeah, you can catch me. Hit me up on Hoot Wind Down. I got that IG, and I have my other personal IG, um Quantum Essence.
Good
So
night,
yeah,
Jonathan.
hit me up on there, and you know, hit me up on here. You know, I got products. I got soursop. I mean, all the herbs that you basically need. You know, I'm plugged in. You know what I'm
Also be on
saying?
the lookout for Um, the Art of Towing Togar speaking engagements coming soon, very sooner than soon. Look out for the Art of Towing coming out on many different platforms. I'm gonna be speaking and telling and getting more in depth with my story and my journey throughout this life right now. I'm gonna be on. I got some things cooking up right now behind the scenes, so I'm gonna be on some platforms where you're gonna see me in studio with good production. Be on the lookout for some vlogs coming that I got coming on, and be on the lookout for some merchandise. The Art of Tone and the Toe Guard merchandise, shirts and hats. Those will be coming very soon too. You know what I'm saying? So we loading up. We gonna load it up, and I'm definitely gonna stay consistent with this content. I appreciate everybody who's listening in, who's giving me the great feedback that y'all giving me. I'm gonna give you nothing but greatness. I'm not perfect, just like I said, like a diamond. Go check that video out. But I'm in God likeness in my heart, and I'm definitely gonna come with the real. I'm definitely gonna come with the righteous, and I'm definitely is within us all.